Hello everyone. Wow, this isn't a usual introduction that we would do. I've actually just finished recording all the games with this fantastic hand mage deck. And what I've realized now is the player who created this, I am very bad at reading. I call them many different names: Jainaishot, Jainaishot, all these types of things. Only now, after playing all these games, have I realized, as someone in chat mentioned, that it is in fact Jainaishot. So please excuse the cringe for the rest of the video. Every time I mispronounce Jainaishot's name, I'm very sorry to Jainaishot. No disrespect intended. I'm just an idiot. Anyway, without further ado, here's the video. Please no bully. Bye. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at Jainaishot? Jainaishot? Not sure how to pronounce the name. Let me know if you are watching this, but we're going to be checking out their hand mage deck, the Ruthless Queen, as it is called on Hearthstone. If you are watching on YouTube, of course, all the links are down in the description. And hand mage is a deck that we haven't really played too much of. We've played some kind of controlling mage decks before. We've definitely played decks that, you know, kill your opponent with Frostlich Jaina before, but not so much this style of hand mage. We've played some kind of gimmicky Astromancer, Meteorologist decks before, but this looks like a proper spicy deck with a couple of interesting cards and also a couple of interesting omissions that I think most people would not want to cut from a control mage deck. So in case you haven't seen like hand mage or these kinds of decks before, hand lock back in the day, even lock now, it focuses on generally keeping your hand pretty stocked in order to drop cards like Mountain Giant relatively quickly. You know, turn 4, turn 5 is an immense mid-range play. This card is just huge, massive stats. If your opponent doesn't have the spot removal, the sap, anything like that, the Mountain Giant can just take over the game. The other card that we're looking to take advantage of is Astromancer. It's a 7 mana 5/5, very similar in essence to Spiteful Summoner, if you've played a Spiteful deck before. Battlecry: summon a random minion with cost equal to your hand size. So, you know, if we've got 9 cards in hand, we play Astromancer, we're going to summon an 8-drop. I think 8 drops is usually where we want to try and go for, rather than, you know, 9s or 7s or 6s or anything like that. But ultimately, if this is the best play for that turn, then we will just play it. We're not going to try too hard to maximize it. To go along with this, a lot of our early game has to be cards that replace themselves or are just individually powerful cards that we can just deploy on their own. So we have cards like Firefly, cards like Igneous Elemental, Stonehill Defender. All these cards add more cards to our hand, so we usually stay at parity with our hand, so that once we do get to those turn 7s, we will be able to still drop out Astromancer with a big thick grip. To go along with that, we've got cards like Arcane Artificer that we can combine with Blizzard, with Flame Strike in order to keep ourselves topped up. We have Doomsayer as an early board clear. We've got Polymorph as a fantastic single target removal. It feels great to be playing a Polymorph deck again. Shroom Brewer, another card to help us stay topped up. Applebum as the lone taunt in the deck to go alongside Stonehill Defender. Kind of fitting the curve here. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on if the Applebum is necessary, or if we need to go lower in the curve for like Tar Creepers, things like that. Got a couple of late game powerhouses here. Not only Jaina, but we also have Elise. Going to shuffle a pack into our deck. I mean, Jainaishot, Jainaishot mentioned that this deck is very slow. It is very grindy, so you know, cards like Elise really help you take over those slower games. We've also got Hexlord Malakras, not a card that I've played with before. We do own one, but this is, I think, going to be one of the hardest cards to play with. You know, do we keep a hand that, you know, has a lot of low cost cards? Do we maybe get a bit greedy and keep a hand that's got Elise in the opener? Or an Astromancer in the opener? What can we get away with, essentially? I mean, obviously it would be great to have, you know, get a Mountain Giant you know, that kind of stuff. But it will be really interesting to see if we can maximize the potential of Malakras. The only other card in here that I think is really cool is Arcanosaur. Arcanosaur is another board clear. Comes in a little bit later than I think the missing board clears, which is Dragon's Fury, Blast Wave. We don't have any of those in here. It's a little bit harder to set up as well. We have to have played an elemental beforehand, and we don't have a lot of elementals in the kind of 4, 5, 6 slot. We're not playing any bonfire elementals or anything like that, so we will have to keep that in mind and try and sequence out our fireflies, that kind of stuff, in order to make sure that our Arcanosaur is turned on. But this is ultimately just a significantly better meteorologist, which is this card. You know, it does hit your minions, but that's rarely going to be an issue on turn 6 for us. The main thing is just staying alive, clearing our opponent out. Matches up very, very well against the Hunter Spellstone as well. Really excited to see this. So the notable omissions from this deck, like we mentioned, the 5 mana board clears. We don't have any Dragon's Fury, any Blast Waves. So we will be leaning pretty hard on Doomsayer, things like that to keep us alive in the early game. We also don't have any Primordial Glyphs. And usually Primordial Glyph gets cut because a deck like this would usually want to play Dragon's Fury. But no Primordial Glyph here is maybe losing a bit of an opportunity, because, you know, Primordial Glyph can solve a lot of situations. You can discover the right card, you can discover late game value cards, things like that. So it sucks to not have the flexibility that is Primordial Glyph in the deck, but we'll see if it's sorely missed. We'll keep an eye on that. Without further ado though, we'll jump into some games. Like I said, we've never really played Hand Mage before. Weird that I had a lot to say about it. But it's going to be a hard deck, bit of a steep learning curve. So let's, even if we can't get any wins, let's learn a lot about this deck. Get some learns. Let's go. Okay, up here against the Shaman. Now, Shaman is a bit curious these days. They, I don't think there's an accepted, you know, proper tier 1 Shaman. Not yet. There's not a deck that's got significantly higher use rate. That will change soon. I did see a lot of the aggro overload decks are kind of coming back. A lot of even Shaman. Ah, Malakras in the opener.
We have turned our
dang it
into our strength.
And it is going to be even Shaman. We won't drop the Arcane Artificer, I don't think, because we're going to drop the Doomsayer next turn. Basically 100% of the time. It's still Boxing Day there. Ah, for how much longer? I wouldn't think it would be too much longer. The ideal ratio is 1 to 0 dog to human, I reckon. So you believe that there should be... humans should be extinct. Humans should be extinct, and there should be 1 dog on the planet. 1 dog overlord. What would said dog's name be? Oh, only on Christmas. House full of decked out Christmas dogs. Look, the dogs were definitely wearing tinsel and all manner of festive garb.
The end is coming!
So, we're gonna have to try and sequence this Igneous Elemental so that we might get an option to Arcanosaur, if they have an answer for the Doomsayer, which... even Shaman, Hex... I think it's pretty likely they have some kind of answer. Fireplume Phoenix doesn't do it. The second Flame Tongue definitely does, though. Scalehide too. Whew. We're getting toasted here, fam. Proper toasted. So I guess we have to go for the Igneous Elemental to set up Coin Arcanosaur next turn. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have like Earthen Might or something to buff these Flame Tongue totems out of range. And they are going to trade. Just the two. Haroon. Alright, feeling good. Next turn we can drop this Mountain Giant, which should hopefully contest the board a little bit. I mean, if our opponent didn't have... No, I guess they could still have Hex, for sure. If you're going to have fun with this deck, Kibler's Hand Elemental Mage is
Winter
super fun.
is here.
Chuck me a link. Did not know that Kibler was on such a spicy number. Alright, so we have 8 cards in our hand. So our Astromancer next turn, we're going to draw a card to 9, Astromancer, then we have an 8.
To Northrend!
Is that going to go face? I think we're still going to go for the Astromancer here.
My calculations are flawless.
Not great. Not great at all. Oh yeah, he's been on it for like 3 expansions now, but it's actually viable recently. Played it to Legend last season. What made it viable? Oh dear.
Winter is here.
Well, we're definitely going to go for the Artificer Blizzard.
Reality woven.
Trivial.
I guess we just 15 our opponent, right? Yeah. So then they have to not take 15 next turn.
Warriors of the frozen wastes. Rise.
1, 2, 3, 15. Right, so they're on 15, this is 15, 5, 6, 7.
Trivial.
As much as I'd love to play Frostlet's Jaina. As much as I'd love to play Frostlet's Jaina, guess we just had some cool mid-rangey stuff to do. There you go. Patience, patience. Okay, here with another game with the Hand Mage. I think we're going to keep this Elise. I don't know, is that greedy? It's probably greedy, right? Let's get greedy. Keep the Elise. Get rewarded always, 100% of the time. Candle Shot. Candle Shot. We were looking at a deck that had the Tice deck had Candle Shot. So this was like the Dire Frenzy Master's Call deck. With the...
To my side.
Well, there's the piggy.
Out of my jungle.
Sure. So, what do we have to worry about here? I guess we have to worry about taking too much early damage. But yeah, Nord, how you going? It's been a hot minute. How's your holiday season going? Well, they definitely have Hunter's Mark, right? Like, do we just get it out of their hand? I mean, I definitely want to get it out of their hand before we play the Lich King. But we might be able to bait it with the Elise. Like, that might just be too big a body. No, now we might be able to get it with the Doomsayer. Oh, actually, no, we'll go for the Elise.
This jungle hides many secrets.
There it is. Oh, baited arrow too. Yuck. I've naturally been seeing the fam and whatnot. Looks like a fun deck. Yeah, we're playing some of Jainaishot or Jainaishot. Jainaishot's Hand Mage. Looking really interesting. Oh, deadly shot. Is this the kill command? Okay. They're killing us. Odd Paladin is always good, I am on. Yeah, I mean, look, just the hero power of Odd Paladin is the most important thing. You can certainly remove some of its better cards. We're dead to a kill command here. You can certainly remove some of the good cards from the deck and make it worse, but at its core, like, I'd love to do a test where, like, you know, create a new account, craft Baku. Arcane Artificer off the top would be really good, thanks. Create a deck with just Baku and, like, some cards. And, see if you can just beat people at rank 50 with just the hero power.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
So we could go for, like, I'm not too sure what exactly we should be playing around, because, like, we could go for Blizzard. We get killed by, like, a charge. Now we're dead to our opponent hitting a Hunter's Mark. What's that? Grievous Butt. And they can kill this Lich King if they want. Ooh! Don't mind if I do. What are we doing though? Are we going to polymorph anti-magic shell just to gain as much armor as possible? Or are we going to try and maximize this anti-magic shell as much as possible?
I wonder.
feel like I'm going to go for the polymorph. Mostly because I also don't think polymorph has a lot of potential here.
The end has come.
Do we 20 our opponent or do we kill the beast?
Time runs out on
I mean, one of the ways we can lose is to kill command, right? So perhaps removing the beast.
Here comes a big ass.
Alright. We dead? There is a kill command in their pool, right? Oh, not a kill command. There's a deadly shot? Oh, wow, to the face. Okay. Unlucky meat shots. Oh, I guess they can't target our minions, so... Close. Uh, 10, 13, 18. Our opponent's on 21. I think we want to gain 6. What did our opponent get? I mean, they only need 2 damage, right? So, a naked kill command gets us. Arcane shot gets us. A huffer gets us. A huffer gets us. There it is. Well played to our opponent. I think we were probably incorrect in keeping that at least. I think maybe in hunter matchups we'll try and not be greedy on the mulligan and try and maximize Malacrass. We'll just play it safe. But GG's, well played to our opponent. That was a really close game. Alright, up against another hunter. I think we'll keep both Doomsayers. I think I like that. Especially if this is a beast hunter. If it's like the last hunter we versed, if it's spell hunter, they have candle shot. I mean, they're not really going to extend much onto the board, but you know, we might get a hunter's mark out of them, or a deadly shot. Was killing the sheep the wrong move? Possibly. I mean, we would have had lethal the next turn, but it's hard to tell without knowing what was in our opponent's hand. Do have the candle shot. But you're probably right. I think... I guess we should have just consciously had the thought of like, are we playing around stuff or are we not playing around stuff? And we should have thought a bit more about that. So turn 3 is Animal Companion. But I think that's fine. Hopefully they don't roll Huffer, because I don't particularly would want to take that much damage.
To my side.
Leok's fine.
The end is coming.
See if they want to actually... See if they actually want to... Hunter's Mark this? I think it's pretty low value on the Hunter's Mark. My boyfriend's brother was hitting on me. That is super awkward. My boyfriend's brother was hitting on me, asking with their wife. What? I mean, look. I'm a positive person, but there's a time and a place. And I don't think that that is the time or the place. Should do a big old sit-down conversation, if anything. Not something said over Christmas lunch. I know I can't with that, yeah. I mean, it's always going to be a tough situation having to do that with family members. Jeez, that's rough. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Melt away. Melt
Sucks.
away.
Families and yummies! The end is coming!
I mean, they can take out this Doomsayer, but it's going to gain us a bunch of health as well. Exactly. Yeah. But look, I think you're a strong person. Ooh, that's pretty painful. I think you're a strong person. I think you'll be able to figure something out. I want to trade with this thing. They're going face. Freezing trap. Owamo. We get a 7 with this. I think that's fine. I really do just want to bait our opponent to run into these flame strikes. I think they might think that if we had a flame strike or a blizzard that we'd immediately snap it off here. So we might actually be able to bait them a bit more into it. Got a cutting board and a gift card. Ah, were you in the need of a new cutting board? Or is it just preparation for the future when you're going to be cutting those fat checks? Because you use a cutting board to cut checks, right? How do checks work? Chat, how do checks work? It's a kill command. Flanking strike. Oh, more dogs. More dogs to burn. If they want to pare this board down. No, they don't. Arcane Artificer.
Who's next?
Job done.
It's bamboo, so I gotta keep my pandas away from them. I think you have to be over 60 to make checks work. That's how it works. They just they ask for some kind of skin sample. They ask for your senior's discount card when you cash a check. If you don't have one, sorry, bud. No cash for you. So this is just stats. Bloodfen Raptor. Okay, Hydra. Best friends forever. It's Bloodfen Raptor Cave Hydra. Alright, well if they don't have the Hunter's Mark, let's see if this Mountain Giant can go all the way. We may have to save this flame, try and get this Flame Strike to deal with their Zul'jin. But would they go Zul'jin? Like, surely you want to go Zul'jin then Rexxar, not Rexxar then Zul'jin. So yeah, maybe we just trade next turn, play Flark. Yeah, glad you got something that you needed. I know for myself, I got a lovely new light that Moogie got me. Oh, give me that mountain giant. Does this have charge? Stone Duskboar and Mookla. It's a good one. I want to go to there.
Do not fear power. Fear those who wield.
Don't fear power. Fear those who wield it. Those tasty heals. Throw a banana on this giant so it can't get baited arrowed. That's a good draw. That's a spicy draw. So yeah, we're definitely gonna save this Flame Strike for as long as possible. But now that we're in Jaina mode, I think we're good. But yeah, I got a light, which I love. I love the aesthetic that it's giving me. I got some shirts, which is good. Like some shirts. Never say no to a shirt. And that's about it. Pretty straightforward Christmas. There's a couple of clothes. A fantastically thoughtful gift from someone as well. Give me those spicy cards. I think Jaina's spicy. Others may disagree. Maybe did they play a tracking early on? I think they did. Maybe they deleted their own Zul'jin. Maybe they had the Struggle Town tracking where it's Zul'jin, Rexxar, and like a Spellstone. I guess that's another thing that's missing from this deck is Voodoo Doll. No Voodoo Doll.
Tracks to Senku's fate.
Divine Shield, Poisonous, Stealth. So if the Mountain Giant goes back to our hand, it's probably fine. It'll cost 7? 6? This will cost 6 as well. Yeah. Maybe we should have gone for Flark first. See if our opponent if they played the Explosive Trap. Would have been pretty cool, but this hopefully will make hopefully if our opponent does go Zul'jin, this might make things a bit tougher for them. Also represents like 8 damage to the face, which our opponent won't be I don't think they'll imagine especially if they build a Beast Sting now. Ooh, Echo Rush, so can get 2 adapts here. Wind Fury would be good, or let it take out Let it take out 2 things. Oh, they're going to adapt the Razor Maw. I mean, they can get a full trade here, right? This can hit the Mountain Giant. This, yeah, they can just trade everywhere. But it is an actual trade. Can even keep their Zombies.
Out of my jungle!
It's totally going to be Rat, isn't it? It's definitely going to be Rat.
Ready to glow!
There it is. So kind of goofed that one. We should have known that and just gone for like... we shouldn't have played the banana. Shouldn't have played the banana. Also, we should have hero powered and killed one of our, hit one of our bombs rather than their face. All kinds of goofs today. We also didn't play an elemental this turn, so if you draw Arcanosaur, not that we maybe would have wanted to always play it. Swamp Leech too. Maybe we Flame Strike this and ping. We have the Blizzard for next turn, so... We'll play a Flame Elemental in case we need to... In case we draw Arcanosaur. Just in case our opponent drops the Zul'jin now and we want an Arcanosaur instead of Blizzard. Does make our Astromancers a bit worse, but I'm not sure if we're playing the Astromancer game right now. Fergie would say the shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Fergie? Was that Fergie? Wasn't that, No Doubt? What's her name? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna lose my mind if I... Gwen Stefani. There you go. Oh gosh. Gwen Stefani. That's a good mood. Gwen Stefani's a very good mood. If you're watching on YouTube, let me know in the comments. Thoughts on Gwen Stefani? It's a big eagle. Paka! There's the polymorph we wanted. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oops, music knowledge is very poor. I'm terrible with music as well. I'm terrible at remembering names of bands out. I'm terrible at remembering names of bands, albums, songs, musicians. But other than that, I'm really good with music. I think I'm just slightly better with music than I am with geography, and I am terrible with geography. Oh my. Very bad with geography. This is a Bloodworm and an Elec. Is this online? Do I get to kill my opponent? Did we play an elemental last turn? What did we do? Polymorph, ping Arcane Intellect, so we didn't. Does have lifesteal? It do. So I think we're going to Blizzard here. Jimbo, I love music, just don't ask anything about it. Can I ask what you're listening to at the moment? What's on your rotation right now? And no judgments. There's the Zul'jin. I mean, our opponent might just die, right? Gotta hurry. Okie dokie. We're definitely flame striking this turn. Let's try and bait out what we can. Oh, freezing trap! Oh no! It's explosive, and our opponent takes 4. It's a wandering monster that won't help them. Ping our own bomb for the lethal. Nice. Da, 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 da. Awesome. That was really fun. Really, really fun. So we'll jump into the deck. We'll take a final look at it. Like I said, yeah, amazingly fun deck. I think that unfortunately we didn't get to play Malakras. I think we died the only game that we drew him. But every other part of the deck feels really, really nice. You know, Elise was a reasonable body, fits the curve quite well. Oh, look at those stay wavies in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone. Nord, very good. Yeah, I like the Doomsayers. I think I prefer the Doomsayer build over, you know, decks that want to play like Keleseth and kind of play more of a spiteful kind of role. The Igneous Elemental actually felt really, really good. You know, combined very well with the Mountain Giants. Let us kind of spin our wheels in that mid game before we take control. Arcanosaur felt great, though I think we're still not at that point in our learning curve where we know when we want to sequence out our flame elementals and things like that. I think that's still definitely something that we can learn, something that we can try to get better at. And yeah, I'll definitely send a message off to Jainaishot and just ask them how they feel about, you know, not including cards like Primordial Glyph, how they feel about, you know, not including cards like Blast Wave, or even just a comparison of, say, Blast Wave versus Arcanosaur. Obviously, in the current very hunter-dominated meta, Arcanosaur is very, very good. But yeah, I think there's always questions that we can ask, and I really like hearing from the creator of the deck what they think. It's always a really interesting insight into deck building. I think that can really help you when you go and make your own decks in the future. So big shout out to Jainaishot. If you are watching on YouTube, of course, all the links are located in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone deck article. Jump over there, give the Ruthless Queen deck a +1, leave a lovely thoughtful comment, as I know you will. You can also find the deck code down there if you want to copy this deck and immediately start playing it on the ladder. All my links are down there as well, including a link over to Twitch, where we stream all of our videos, Tommy_Wave on Twitch, or on Twitter, at Tommy_Wave is the best place to catch me. If you've got a sweet deck like this one you want me to play, hit me up, let me know. Hit me up in them DMs, slide right in. Until next time though, stay safe, stay wavy, ping some boys. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.